How do you sell a home and buy a home at the same time? This is something that often confuses people and they don't know what the right solution is. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 different ways that you can handle a simultaneous buy and sell. It's Mike Novak from the Novak Real Estate Team, part of Real Brokerage. And if you are buying a home, that's obviously a huge decision in and of itself. But then when you add in the complexity of selling a home and then doing this at the exact same time, it really requires a lot of experience and a lot of planning and preparation to make sure you don't end up homeless. So today I'm going to share with you, like I said, the 3 different ways, or at least 3 different ways, there's more ways than this, that you could possibly buy and sell simultaneously. That way you can choose the options can be best for you, because everyone requires something different. So first of all, you can get your home ready to list and then wait to list it until you get a property under contract. This is the easiest way to do this, okay? It just, you're not putting your home on the market until you've got another property secured, so you got peace of mind that you're always going to have a house, which is really nice, of course. But with that said, there's a couple downsides to it as well. You need to have your home completely ready to go. When we coach our clients through this version of the process, then we always get the home fully staged. All the soft staging is done, all the photography is done, all the home optimizations are done and complete, all the decluttering has occurred already, and it's really just push button ready, meaning as soon as we get an offer accepted, we can list the home immediately. If you do get an offer accepted on the buy side, you have 5 business days typically to list your current home, so it needs to be ready to go. This should not be an afterthought for you as a seller. You need to make sure you've addressed your current home before you're out actively looking at properties and making sure that you're really prepared to execute the strategy. The other thing that you need to be aware of with this strategy is there's what's called a bump rule. And the bump rule means that if you are a contingent buyer, meaning your offer has been accepted contingent on the sale of your home, and your home has not sold yet, then you can get bumped by a non-contingent buyer. It's not often that this occurs, but it does happen sometimes. And if it happens, it can be really disappointing. And there's not a lot that you can do about it other than just removing that contingency. You do get a 5-day typical bump rule notice. Sometimes it's 3 days, sometimes it's 5 days. And you have that many days to get your home under contract or remove the contingency. If you do one of those 2 things, boom, you keep going to close. If you don't, then you get bumped out of the first position and the non-contingent buyer now has the home under contract and you go find something else. So not a great place to be. But if you're gonna do this strategy, again, I can't stress this enough, you have to really have your home ready to go. And the other big thing you need to do is you need to get pre-approved. You need to make sure that you've got all of your ducks in a row on both the buy side and the sale side. That way you're truly ready to pounce when the right home does come on. The other kind of downside to this strategy is that if there's multiple offers on a home, your offer is gonna get pushed aside just because this is an additional level of complexity and risk the seller is taking, knowing that it's subject to your home selling as well. So if they have a non-contingent buyer and the terms are similar, they're gonna take that non-contingent buyer all day long. In 2020 and 2021, it was very hard to execute this strategy because of that. You know, there's 15 or 20 offers on every listing. If you were contingent, you were just dead in the water right then and there. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 is you can list and then go buy something. And this is what most people did in 2020 and 2021. This is a lot more scary because you're listing your house without knowing where you're going to go to next. That causes a lot of stress and anxiety for most people. But with that said, sometimes it's your only option. If that's your only option, then you got to make sure you know exactly what you're going to do and what your options are. So first of all, you got to get pre-approved again to make sure that the buy side is taken care of. The last thing you want to do is list your house and then find out you can't get pre-approved to buy a new house. That's a very bad place to be. So get pre-approved. Second step is we get your home completely ready to go and we push it live to the market. Once your home is live to the market, we get an offer accepted on it, and then you go shop very hard and you're almost able to compete as a non-contingent buyer. You're now what's called a pending contingent buyer, meaning you've got your home on the market and it's got an offer accepted to sell it to a buyer, which is a much stronger position than the first strategy I just outlined to you. So if it's gonna be competitive, there's gonna be multiple offers, this is going to make your offer stand out much more than option 1 will. And there's a couple of things you need to do to also think about how to have that segue from your current home to the next home without ending up homeless for this strategy to work. You need a rent back on the sales side. So you're typically going to be more in the driver's seat on the sales side than you will be on the buy side. You need to ask for between a 30 and a 60-day rent back, right? What that's going to do, it's going to give you 30 days of escrow time to close the house, and then another 30 to 60 days to stay in the home after that point. That gives you more time to go find that right next home. Okay, so let's say that it took you 2 weeks to find the next home. You still have 45 days before your rent back's up if you had a 30-day rent back and a 30-day close. So the rent back really does matter, and your agent has to be super on top of negotiating that into the offer they accept on your home. This, again, like I said, this was really the norm in 2020, 2021. It's stressful, but we've done it dozens of times and it does work. It's not a big deal as long as you have a game plan on how you're going to do it and you follow that plan to the letter. The last option that I want to talk about today, and again, there's more options than this, there's just 3 different ways to do it. The third option is what we call a bridge loan. A bridge loan allows you to buy non-contingent on your home selling. You basically get a loan on the equity of your current house, and that becomes your down payment for the next home. You don't have to sell your house and pull the equity out. You can use that bridge loan to put the down payment on it. That is a very stressless way to buy. When your home is sold after you've already moved into the next home you're buying, then you just simply pay off the bridge loan and you have your new 30-year fixed mortgage on the next house. So this is a good option, but to do this option, you need to have a great lender to work with, because not all lenders do bridge loans. Especially in the current market right now. This is really common in 2020 and 2021, but not all lenders still do it. And the second thing is you need to have a lot of equity in your house. So if you've got like 30, 40, 50% equity in your home, this could be an option for you. But if your equity is really tight, you only have like 10% equity, this won't fly for you. But this is a really good way to do it that, again, allows you to buy non-contingent. So you're competing with non-contingent buyers instead of having your offer just pushed aside. So those are the 3 different ways that you could possibly buy and sell at the same time. Again, the first one, get your home ready to list, and then wait to list it until you go find something. And then once you get your offer accepted, list your house. The second way to do it, list and then go buy something once your home's under contract. And the third way is to do a bridge loan. I hope that's helpful. If you've got questions, reach out to me direct.